militia, we make the noise. Paint on the mask, stay on the task, faces change, cool on the grind, work don't ever leave our mind. Been doing this for years, still in the mix. Some fall back, some couldn't stick. When it's time to work, we handle our business. That's swamp talk, no preaching, just to hear our voice. Manfort militia, we make the noise. Numbers larger, numbers few, faces change, still pushing through. Behind the scenes, behind the screen, turn small moments into scenes. No shortcuts, no fast hacks, just consistent work that stacks. Posts roll out, numbers climb overnight. Look, but it took time. We don't chase it, we let it move. And good at what we do, keep improving. Ain't about banners, ain't about fame, ain't about shouting our own name. It's progress built day by day. Quiet wins stack up that way. Mud on boots, painting lines, different eras, different times. New names step into the frame. Old ones leave respect, not blame. We don't live in yesterday. We adapt, reload, find a way. Still swamp talk when the mics come on. Still militia when the work gets done. This, that swamp talk, no preaching, just to hear our voice. Manfort militia, we make the noise. Paint on the mask, stay on the task, faces change, crew on the grind, work don't ever leave our mind. Been doing this for years. Been doing this for years. No preaching, just to hear our voice. Manfort militia, we make the noise. Paint on the mask, stay on the task, faces change, cool on the grind, work don't ever leave our mind. Been doing this for years, still in the mix. Some fall back, some couldn't stick. When it's time to work,
more extreme, Battlefield Orlando, and welcome to Super Game.
So cold, living in a body bag. Think I'm dreaming, 'cause I'm not feeling anything. It's bad, trying to rip the band-aid. One breath away from the casket. As I'm bleeding, life won't leave me. Can't stop thinking. If my world stops spinning, and tomorrow never comes, will I be remembered? Did I give enough? Will I be forgiven?
Push that Jesus! Let me to the outside!
What if I wake up and tomorrow never comes? Every night, every word I've spoken, I remember every heart that I've broken. Buried like bones beneath my headstone. Did I try to make amends? Living that, or did I really just pretend? Nightmares talking as I sleep walking, but I can't stop seeing. If my world stops spinning and tomorrow never comes, will I be remembered? Did I give enough? Will I be forgiven for everything I've done? What if I don't wake up and tomorrow never comes? Can't tell me it's too late. Don't tell me to lose And if my world stops spinning, tomorrow never comes, will I be remembered? Did I give enough? Will I be forgiven for everything I've done? What if I don't wake up? What if I don't wake up and tomorrow never comes? What if I don't wake up? What if I don't wake up? What if I don't wake up and tomorrow never What if I don't wake up and tomorrow never comes?
There. 2, 3.
All right, congratulations, blue team. Final score 735, 13,580.
So tell me what. Get me on here. Bam! There I am. Hi. Hello, everyone. How we doing? We got Mike Brown here too. I don't think we got video from you, Mike, for some reason. Uh-oh.
Let me see. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Just don't have video right at the moment. But I'm going to touch base on
Here we
that.
go.
Hey, there we go. Bam. I'm going to touch base on that Super Game video. As you can tell, at the end of that video, I was there for the award ceremony. I think I was live on TikTok at the time. And yeah, I was bundled up a lot like I am right now. It was only like 40 in freaking Florida that weekend. It sucked. Yeah, fun. But I know 40 degrees is a lot better than a lot of what's going on. And that is right, Mama. That was a great video put together by Uncle Sam from Super Game, Orlando, Florida. Mike, you ever been down to any of the or have you ever been to any of the Super Games yet?
I haven't had the privilege to make it to any of those.
Their events.
I'm seeing is that some of my paintball lately, I do plan on expanding where I'm traveling to.
Yeah, see, it's nice. It's nice with Brian having control of Super Game because it went just from Oregon, which, dude, epic game, epic field, beginning of May every year. You've got it. It's one of those games. It's just one of those games you have to do once at least. The venue's awesome. It's a great place. Happy all snow day from Canada. Yeah, that's one thing I don't have. It did decide to just start to pour like a son of a bitch here though. So don't think I have the pumps plugged in, so I'll have to do that in the pouring rain, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, so Brian being able to do the Super Game at all the different locations now. He has one in Michigan he does, and then he has the one in Florida that we were just at. And that was hello. That was Hello World. That was I think that was from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Johnny Depp. Anyways, yeah, it's not snowing in Charleston. It is pouring like a son of a bitch, and it is not warm. But like I said, it's a lot colder other places because Mike, you're not real warm. You're in Virginia.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cold here right now.
Yeah, and I know Aaron is off on his adventures. He was in Alabama. Now he's in freaking Oklahoma. And he's got 12-degree weather. So it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. By the way, we're up to 22 viewers here as far as I'm looking here on as this goes. I have a little giveaway. I'm going to start to do a 25 people watching. So look forward to that. Oh, geez, we got TikTok as well. Darn, I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Aaron. That's why Aaron pushes the buttons in the background. He's the perfect one for that. I have got to open my TikTok so that I could comment on these because we get all the Facebook comments. We get all the, what do you call it, comments? The YouTube comments. We get them all on the stream here. We don't get the TikTok comments. So I am going to have to go to the TikTok page and pull that up and look at that live so I can get those comments to see if we got anything going on here. But, we dropped a little bit. Michigan finally got some, what was that? Michigan finally got some, I don't know. Who knows? 20, yeah, there you go. Dazzy. What's going on? Yep, there you go. 18 inches of snow. See, yeah, I haven't had to shovel snow in probably about 6 years. Good evening. So I have to say I like that. I'm very happy about that. But I don't know. I would appreciate it a little bit warmer. I don't know if the first couple weeks down here broke me or what, but I'm actually cold. It's 40-some degrees and I'm cold. I'm sorry. It broke me. Yeah, Aaron, you wanted me to look at all of those comments on TikTok. Yeah, we don't have any. All right. Not yet, at least. So please join us across our social media platforms. Super Game, man. So Super Game was a blast. It was held at Battlefield Orlando. It was a great event. It always is. It always is. I think this is the third time they've done it there. And it's a great venue. Usually it's a bit warmer, but it was a great venue. In the video, you guys can see we were using the orange paint, the GI paint. Well, we were kind of talking behind the scenes, Mike. What did that remind us of?
It reminded me of the pink lemonade more than anything, but it was such a bright orange color, and that pink lemonade stains everything.
I've got a couple of hoodies so I let one of the young ones. Everybody with the comments, thanks for commenting and joining us tonight. I've got a hoodie that one of the kids that came and hung out with us wore, one of my hoodies, and it was orange and it became completely clean. I wore a paintball t-shirt from back when World Cup was at Disney, and I stained it underneath a jersey. I'm in trouble.
No way.
I don't know how the hell that happens, but it happened. Hopefully I got most of it off. Kimberly, how you doing, cuz? So yeah, so Super Game was awesome, great event. We'll replay that video again at the end, or go on YouTube and or Facebook at Super Game, and you'll find the link. Or go on the YouTube channel. Uncle Sam has got that. I think, is it Uncle Sam Media? I believe it is. He's got that, so it's pretty cool. But one of the things we're here to talk about is something you got going on, Mike. Mighty Midget touched base on it a little bit before the Paintball Ambassador program. As she was talking, while I felt so bad because like she'd get going, and then all of a sudden she'd get into a coughing fit.
Yeah, the poor child. She was recovering from being ill for a little while, and unfortunately, the podcast aired about the same time that she was in some of the recovery stage, and she was, felt pretty bad for her myself with the way she was coughing so much and all. Luckily enough, she's gotten it over it now, so things are great for her. But yeah, so not long ago, I got an idea. We were at a game, and of course, everybody knows that young guns are a big part of the sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with young guns being a big part of the sport, one of the things that happens at a lot of events is the young guns get awards at the end of the game because they came out there, they showed themselves, and they proved that they were, really into the sport. And they were there not just because maybe their dad was there or something like that. They were there because they really wanted to play. Well, about a year ago, I can't even remember exactly which event it was that I was at, but about a year ago, there was a couple of people that were talking about one particular young gun that may not have actually gotten an award or anything, but they were talking about how nice it would be if maybe at some point we just grabbed random kids and was like, hey man, you look like you could use a new mask and we've got an extra mask. Here you go. The idea got thrown around a couple of times. And then I was like, well, why can't we just expand on that and start a program called the Ambassadors of Paintball? The initial idea was trying to find people that were regulars at a particular home field, and it didn't matter which one of the home fields it was. It could be your field. It could be Splat Brothers here in Hopewell, Virginia. It could be SMP in Maryland. It could be Three Rivers Paintball in Pittsburgh, any of those places. The idea was to find somebody that would be willing to mentor some of the younger players. Then the idea kind of expanded from there at a local event that we had not long ago, where we ran into a couple of young players that were out there playing. They were doing the best they could, but their equipment kept malfunctioning and things like that. So we're like, hey, let's get together and get some gear together for these kids. We were all going to do like a really kind of a low budget, let's donate used gear to them. It gained traction really, really quick. And within a week, we had several different, not only producers and field owners, but other players that were willing to donate and join in. And we gave 3 young kids and their 2 fathers a great package that came together. They got all brand new markers, hoppers, got brand new tanks, pod packs, and a couple of people reached out and said, hey, we would also like to donate some free passes to events that are coming up at either this field, which believe it or not, Command Decisions War Center down in Taylorsville, North Carolina. Eric Engler reached out, and he gave away 2 full sets of golden tickets for the kids and their fathers, which granted them access to every single game and a case of paint for every single game for the next year. And then out of nowhere, we got contacted by DJ Hano Fox. And he was like, hey, look, are they interested in coming down and playing a game down with us sometime or something like that? And he threw in actual free passes for both the fathers, all 3 kids, and 2 cases of paint for each of those kids. And when that happened, it was like the community's really behind this and people are really fantastic. So we wanted to expand on it. So we decided with a group of us that were here in Virginia, a couple of different teams, LAPD, I'm a member of Task Force Legion Milsom, which is originally, most of the players are North Carolina, but we have other players in different places throughout the United States. We also had the Death Dealers jump in, and they were a big part of it. I can't leave out Greg from the Swamp Paintball Park down in Gloucester, Virginia. He threw in a bunch of stuff for us. And through us communicating with the different teams, we were like, well, let's try to keep this growing. And it took off so quick that I ended up having to make a whole separate page, whole new Discord and everything for the entire program. And it's unbelievable the number of people that want to get involved.
It's cool. You know, the paintball community is an awesome community. The friends that I had with us at Super Game were part of our, I would say, our bus family. I don't know if you know about me much, but you know, that's pretty much been my life for 6 years, was the bus all winter long. And, you know, we went and did what we did. Well, I brought them into it, and that's something that they really liked, because they were Maurice. Hi, he's got some awesome videos of the field, by the way. Check out his YouTube channel.
And to answer Ryan's question, yes, we do.
There you go. So they were very happy with the way it turned out, to where it seemed like the bus community, because people were very welcoming and very, very there to help. They hooked the kids up, because none of the kids had their own gear. You know, I got them rental gear. I had masks and stuff that I gave them, and some other stuff, but they really didn't have their own gear. But one of the things we did is we bought tickets at the Super Game for the raffle. Definitely buy tickets for the raffle. He's like 14 grand worth of prizes he gives away at every event.
That's fantastic.
It's ridiculous. Brian's got the biggest heart, man. There's a way to do it. You buy your raffle tickets and you get prizes all day long. Bigger events, more prizes. So needless to say, all the kids walked away with gear because we bought raffle tickets. So it was awesome. So now I've got 3 new addicted kids to paintball.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I really love the paintball community. It's just like the bus community. We come together for each other, you know. One of the things I got to say before we get back to your stuff is, you know, we come together for each other. And Bricktop, we are thinking about you. I don't know if you're watching or not, but we are.
Oh, for sure, brother. I hope you get better soon.
Yeah, fuck cancer. Anyways, we are what else do you got? We're up to 31 viewers right now, so I am going to draw a name for the mask, but I will not be giving away that name until a little bit later in the show, so stick around and find out if you got it. I may be looking off to the side. So Mike, hopefully you got some more stuff to talk about about this awesome program. What else you got to talk about? What you got going on next?
The next thing we're planning on doing, well, me as an individual and playing in the sport, we're hoping that the weather's not going to kill red versus blue next weekend. So we're planning on going down there. And then 2 weeks from now, of course, we're going to go down and we're going to support Mighty Midget down there at, I believe that's your field, is it not, down there in Charleston?
Yes, it is.
So you and I will get a chance to meet face to face.
It will be our first CPX event here, as a matter of fact. This is the not that you can really, if you need to, zoom in, look at it. The map will be released eventually, but I'm looking forward to some fun. Here.
Well, it's promising to be a pretty good game. Hopefully we'll get some more pre-registrations in there and get some of the numbers up for the game. I'm not quite sure where we're at right now. Of course,
we could always use more. The field could handle some more. The field could definitely handle some more. So if you guys are interested in coming out to the event, please set up the pre-register. There are 1-day event tickets now. We brought those back this year. So if you can only make it Saturday, just pay for Saturday. You only make it Sunday, only pay for Sunday. We also have camping available. There aren't a lot of spots, and it may be a little chilly. So tent camping isn't for everyone, but we definitely got the room for your RV or your tent if you want it. So definitely looking forward. We'll talk a little bit more about Lavinia Fisher as we go on, but Urban Legends, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to bury my head in the phone here for a second because I've got to put some names in here and transfer them. So Mike, feel free to. What else you got going on? So you're coming down for that.
Yeah, well, for the Ambassadors of Paintball program, it's very new. We do have a page on Facebook, so anybody that wants to stop by the page and check us out, please do so. We are also going to be looking for other paintballers nationwide that are interested in becoming a part of the program. We do have a Discord page so that we can stay in touch with each other. We're very new and we're very fresh. We currently are in the process of applying for a 501c to become a nonprofit organization so that we can keep tabs with everything and make sure that anybody that donates, if they ever want a receipt so they can prove they donated, they can track that for tax purposes and whatnot. But the biggest thing for us is that we want to help grow the sport of paintball. And we understand that it's not always the 6 and 7 year olds or the 9 or 10 year olds, but there's also teenagers that are out there that may not necessarily qualify as a young gun, but they're still newer players and they're trying to get involved, and they may not have the funds or the abilities to get to games or buy new equipment or anything like that.
It's not a cheap sport. Paintball is not a cheap sport. Unfortunately, it isn't. It's like
no, not by any means whatsoever.
It's kind of like ice hockey, you know?
Paintball. Yeah, paintball for me has been a new sport in the last probably 5 or 6 years. I got involved because I won't get too deep into my history, but I found out that I had a younger brother several years ago and tracked him down. We're really, really close now. It's Walt Parham. He's from Task Force Legion Milsom. He's also known as War Machine. Just throughout some communication when we first found each other and got to talking, he was telling me about paintball and showing me all the things that happened. And then one day he was like, hey, they're going to do a game in Virginia at Splat Brothers, which is North Carolina versus Virginia. You want to come hang out for the weekend? Dude, I was on the field 30 minutes and I was absolutely hooked. So
there's just something about it. There's just something about it, man. It grabs you. It's that oh crap, and then all of a sudden it's that whack, and you're like, okay. I don't know what it was, man, but it was definitely a bonding thing with the kids too, though.
I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. Throughout the years, I was one of those idiots that back in the day when I had a sports bike, I was the guy riding wheelies all the time and stuff like that. But the biggest thing for me that I got from it was the community. In all honesty, drew me in from the very beginning. I had a lot of fun on the field, but it was the total strangers that were like, hey, bro, this is your first time playing paintball? Oh, come here. Let's do this. Let's do that. I had absolutely no gear whatsoever. I was loaned a mask. I was loaned a vest. I was loaned a collection of pods and, all sorts of different things. I even had one of the guys, Legion Milsom. He handed me, I believe it was an Ether 2 electric, and it was the first time I'd ever shot an electric paintball gun ever, and actually the first time I'd ever shot a paintball gun. And the camaraderie and the companionship that came with paintball is really what sucked me in and got me stuck. I went from that game to Fulda Gap being my very next game.
Oh crap!
When I went to,
oh crap!
Yeah,
that's a big difference, man. That's a big difference. Fulda Gap's a big one.
I want to talk about being christened by fire, brother, for sure. So I showed up at the event, and one of my teammates was like, hey, this is, as a matter of fact, hold on.
Hey, if you guys haven't commented yet, if you haven't put your name in the comments, say hi, say where you're commenting from, so we make sure we've got your name into the randomizer before we pull this first mask here. But please definitely make a comment. Say, hey, I'm here. Let us know what team you're from. Let us know what game you're going to. Hey, give us a link to your YouTube channel. We're interested in grabbing your stuff. All right, we'll showcase it, give you credit for it. So let's go. Send us your different games, your different events you have going on, and stuff like that. Yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So back to my Fulda Gap experience, I showed up at the game, and one of the members of TFL goes, hey, man, and what did I get?
Okay.
The old trusty A5. It was given to me by a teammate. Thanks a lot, Sharkbait. Appreciate you, brother. But it was given to me by a teammate. It had a response trigger. Somebody lent me a tank and some pods there too. I already had a mask. I bought one of those from a teammate. I go out on the field and I find out what the response trigger can do. And next thing you know, man, I was out of paint. Like it was pods emptied, had to come back off the field. That was my first experience with a first strike round also. So
I can,
my
first experience with the first strike was like the very, very like original first strike. And we were at, PRZ in Canada. I was with Sarge. Man, that freaking nailed me right in the head twice. I rang my bell for a freaking couple hours, man.
You remember Forrest Gump about he was running through the woods, and you talk about he got shot in the buttocks and it felt like a bee jumped up and bit him. Well, my first shot from a first strike was actually not in the butt, but very close to it and some soft tissue in the back of the hamstring. I had no idea what it was. I had been hit. I hadn't been hit like that before. It crippled me for a split. It's like, man, what was that? And then my brother Walt goes, oh, dude, you didn't hear the whistle? That was a first strike. And I went, what the hell's a first strike? And then from there, of course, the experience grew. And I just can't say enough about what the sport's done for me as an individual. It's helped me grow. It's helped me see other people in a different light. And one of the things that I really appreciate about paintball, it doesn't matter who you are or who I am when we're off the field. Once we put on our gear and that mask drops, we're all players. And that's the one thing that brings us together and unites us. And being a player makes you part of a group. And who doesn't want to belong to a group, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and groups create movements. So I felt like paintball gave a lot to me. And if there's a way that I can do something to give back to paintball and help the sport, let's do so. And hopefully we're going to accomplish that with the Ambassadors of Paintball program.
Like Ed said, nothing like hearing that whiz past you, like we said. By the way, first strikes are going to be available at the event here at oh, hey, here we go. We got a YouTube, Ryan McGee. We got a YouTube channel. Check out some videos. Yeah, first strikes will be available at the CPX event. Pre-order to make sure you get them. You know how first strike. If you shoot first strikes, I don't even shoot first strikes, but being a dealer, I know the stuff. Sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to get your first strikes, man. And if you want your first strikes, please pre-order them so we have them ready for you. I'm sure we'll have a couple extra, but get us ahead of time so we make sure we got them. Yeah, mine was right here. Right here. 1, 2. First one I heard whiz by, and then it was 1, 2, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done.
That I'm going to have to say probably my I'm going to say it's my favorite and least favorite experience at the same time with the first strike. We were playing a game down at Black Ops Fayetteville. Manned in the game at the time. It was called Red Homefront. And we were completing an objective, and we were walking back with a prop that we had, and somebody had handed me their marker. I had my EMF 100, and I had somebody else's marker, and I'm walking in the front of the group. And this random player jumped out from behind the concrete pipe. And so what happens instinctively? Everybody behind me decides to start shooting at that one guy. And the person directly behind me shot me right in the very base of the back of the head with a first strike round at less than 10 feet away. I saw stars. It didn't feel good at all. I wanted to call for my mom. It was bad. Yeah. I got tons of apologies out of it, but I'll have to say that prepped me for getting hit more in the future. And now there's no other hit that could top that one. So blessed to get it, but very painful.
Yeah, it's back of the head is always a good one. Always a good one. Yeah, too much fun. Let's see. John Wick Game at Crew got me hooked on again. Good. Brought you back to it because I know the John Wick Game at Crew, which is in Michigan, by the way, Flint area. Yeah, it's good to bring you back into the game. Good, definitely good deal. Let's see. I'm getting some messages here. What do we got? Oh, I don't know. Let's see what is to be said. I don't know. It said I got a message, but I don't have a message. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, friendly fire is a bitch. Actually, guys, check out some of these links in the YouTube channel when you get a chance. After the show's over, you'll get, like Maurice is here. You guys will get some good videos. Maurice has got a bunch of videos, unedited stuff from the field here. You'll see some of it laid out. We've got some good drone footage, I believe, as well on our Facebook page. First trigger. Yeah. Well, they do fly straight, but it's not a paintball. It's a paint projectile. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Excellent point.
maybe I'm an old school baller, and you know, I'm being that. I think they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I think they're cool. I'm getting to enjoy them a little more now lately. It'd be kind of cool to have an EMF 200, running over to a spot and staying way back, and then when I get shut out, I can walk off the field because I just walked on it, but I'm shooting somebody way off in the distance. It'd be cool, but they're not. I don't know. It's a different game. Coming around the corner in the dark woods at Super Game in Oregon on the West Coast and taking that corner and having 6 first strikes. The only reason I got hit with 6 first strikes because there were 6 guys on the other side of the building. I just wanted beads. Oh my Lord. She called the base neutral when we got into it, and I don't remember anything. She put beads on me, and I made it off the field. I don't know what the hell happened, man. Ouch.
I'll tell you, I had a similar experience at Fulda 2 years ago. It was the very last day, and I was on the Warsaw spawn side, and I was coming in. I had been out for a couple minutes. I was coming in. It was real close to the end of the game. I had to get something to drink and whatnot. And as I'm walking down, a first strike whizzed past me, and I was like, all right. And then another one went right past me. So I took up bunker behind one of the stacks of the water crates that they have out there. And where's he at? And then I see movement in a little building up there, a small little church that's on the back corner there of the field. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I shoot, and then all of a sudden 3 first strikes come at me at the same time. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Come to find out, the Killer Bees from Florida, there were 3 of them in that building, and all 3 of them were shooting at me at the exact same time. And I'm swearing up and down that I've shot at least one guy that's in there because of the movement and stuff. Oh, no, no luck at all whatsoever. Those guys were fierce. They had a solid bead on me, and I just happened to be very lucky at getting out of the way at 1 or 2 occasions when they should have actually hit me. And I ended up making good friends with those guys down in Florida. But those experiences, that's really what makes these games a lot of fun. When you think that you're up against one guy, but you got 3 or 4 people taking, all from the same area, and you really are trying to figure out what's going on, the challenge of that is unbelievable.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Maurice, first strike didn't crack my lens. I had a rocket from 5 feet away crack my lens. I was a tank walker, and it didn't just crack my lens. Like it literally broke both nubs with one hit. It rocked me a little bit, but literally broke my mask and freaked me the hell out. Everybody thought I was just totally pissed and angry, but I was just like, holy fuck, my lens is like, when you're on a paintball field in the middle of freaking Black Ops and you're tank walking, so you're in the middle of this shit, and all of a sudden your lens falls out. No bueno,
bro. No bueno at all.
No. Let's see. First strike was at 0 hour. Oof. Ow.
I bet that tickled a little bit.
Yeah, I bet that did. That palm, yeah. That's another one of those spots where you don't think it really, really hurt, but ooh, that sting. That would sting. Definitely sting. Oh, what do we got going here? So this is what we got going on, guys. We've got some names. Damn.
Yeah, I see some friends of mine on there. I see my boy Lefty on there.
Well, I guess, Aaron, let's click the spin, sir. Let's see what comes up. Wait, before we click the spin, should we click? This is the program we're using, everybody. Should we click the spin and let them see it, or should we click and spin and then take it off the screen so they don't get to see the name that won until 9 o'clock?
I think you should hold it till 9 o'clock, man. Let's keep it suspenseful today.
Yeah. So this is the program that we're using, everybody. So that's what we're going to do. Aaron, if you want to pop it off the screen and hit it and just let me know who the winner is. And we'll go from that. Hopefully is my wife's name on there? That's all I need is my wife to win a mask. Anyhow.
Hey, if she wins a mask, then she can donate it to the ambassadors program. How's that sound?
There you go. That doesn't sound too bad. That doesn't sound too bad. Here's a link to the safety question about FA. Oh God, I don't know if I want to open that. I don't know if I want to open that link.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. Not right now. Maybe later.
Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? All right, Aaron. Yeah, we'll run that in a minute. We'll let it keep going here. We're over 25 viewers, so we'll let it go for a couple more minutes here, and we'll add a couple more names in. So, Ed, we'll get you, Alyssa, and you in there as well. We'll get you in there. Oh boy.
Well,
fun.
While I got a chance, I do want to go ahead and thank every person that has gotten behind the Ambassador Paintballs program so far. I've been very fortunate in the last year. This past year, I played way more games than I've played in a long time. This last year, I've been honored as of December the 5th when I was up at the Collapse 5. I got patched in as a member of Solstice Law. If you're not familiar with who they are, they're at a lot of the games all up and down the East Coast. They even come up to Blast Camp and do some games up there and stuff. They're going to be the ones on the field with the bright orange and the white stripes with the skulls all over their outfits and stuff. They're helping me out with some of the stuff that's going on. A few of the members of Solstice Law have expressed interest in becoming ambassadors as well, and they're part of the program now. It's not only Mike Brown. It is anybody and everybody that wants to be a part of this. I'm not going to turn anybody away if they want to join. But the support that I've gotten so far from, I've named several people off so far in a couple of different paintball fields. But, the Virginia Regulars, they're a team here in Virginia. They do scenario games, and they have a speedball team. They've been very supportive as well. A ton of support has come from the Death Dealers. I can't thank those guys enough. A good friend of mine also that's from LAPD, John Hoffmeister, everybody knows him as the GOAT. He's been very supportive with everything. And a lot of the things that seem like Mike's doing, it's not Mike. It's all these other people in the background that are giving me some ideas and helping me push along. And if it weren't for their support and their ideas, this really wouldn't be growing like it is. I'm here now. Yeah, you see my face, but I'm just one person. And this program is only going to be successful if we grow and all of us that want to be a part of it get involved and do the things that it's going to take to get us to be what I want us to be. I want us to be a mentorship program for younger and newer players coming in, as well as doing the charity work that we're doing with donating equipment to people. Some of the things that I've actually had the chance to do here recently, the first group that we gave some equipment to, the 2 fathers and the 3 boys, unfortunately, the footage has already been taken down by Facebook because it was a live reel and they only allowed us to have it up for a certain number of days. But I do have it archived, and I'm going to try to figure out how to get it on our ambassadors page. And one that we just did recently, weekend, we were out at Wolf's Ridge Paintball. And you know what? I feel bad because I've left out my good friends, Wolf and Cal, the team from out there in the Christiansburg area, Roanoke area. They've been very supportive as well. I can't say enough about what they do to help me out with the sport. One of my good buddies, Stephen Morrow, that's out there. We call him Backpack. He's an ambassador. He came up with a lot of good stuff for us to do as well. But back to the gentleman that we helped out the very first time back in December. Those guys, their children are like between the ages of like 10 and below, I believe it is. And the one of the young guns that's there, Daniel, his father and I have stayed in contact quite often. And I'm going down to Splat Brothers even when I'm not playing and hanging out with the kids and trying to help coach them on the field. I'm very fortunate that Tyler Schaefer, the manager at Splat Brothers, He'll let me walk on the field with high vis orange on and my mask, and I stand off on the side of the fence line or on the wire or whatever, and I can kind of, hey buddy, don't look that way, turn around this way, kind of thing, and trying to help coach the kids and mentor them. And that's what I want to see other ambassadors do when they become a part of the program at their home fields. How do we get better? People teach us what to do and they coach us with things, right? So why can't we do that for the younger people and help them get better at the sport so they get more enjoyment out of it? Because who wants to see a 9-year-old kid go out on the field and his first experience on the field, he's getting roped up by a bunch of players? What's he going to do? He's not going to want to come back, right? Well, if there's nobody there that's telling him the right things to do, how are you going to bump from bunker to bunker? How are you going to get a good lane on somebody so if somebody else tries to move from bunker to bunker, that you'll have a shot on them? Well, these younger guys don't have the experience that some of us adults do. I mean, yeah, they might play Call of Duty or Fortnite or something like that, but that's not real life experience. You don't get to see what it's like to be on a paintball field from those types of things. So if we can get more ambassadors and we can push this thing and we can become mentors as well as a charity foundation and all, I think we could see paintball take a whole new direction with the growth in it and be able to have phenomenal numbers of people show out for games, regardless of who the producer of the game is, regardless of what field the game is at. One of the things that I see that's hurting the sport is some of the smaller fields aren't getting the support unless it's the regulars that are there every weekend, and if we get to the field and we're on the field, they make money and they can put more money into their fields, therefore making it more enjoyable for all of us.
Yeah, there are some cool fields. I mean, there are a lot of cool fields in the United States, all across the country. Some places you wouldn't expect them. And I always say, travel, have your fun, go to some events, go to one event a year, one every other year, whatever you can do. Travel to an event, but support your home field. Find your home, make it your home, help the field out when you can, and live the dream, man. Have fun at a place that you can call your home field. There's nothing like supporting that. There's nothing like standing behind the location. That's your best place you want to play. That's the place you want to go. But get off your ass, get in the car, and have a bunch of fun with your friends. Take a road trip.
Yeah, get your ass to the field.
Just don't let Steve drive. Anyways, sorry.
But yeah, get your ass to the field, show up, show out, participate. And I understand that from time to time that even I've done it before, you might be turning around to walk off and you catch an unexpected rope of balls to the back and it kind of frustrates you and you might blurt something out and all. But let's try to remember too, that when we're at the field, we're representing the sport and we got to set a good image and a good example for the younger players as well. If we display bad behavior, they will learn bad behavior.
Yeah, I have to admit that I am guilty of, as I'm walking away and getting roped, flipping the bird as I walk away. I don't yell, I don't scream, I just my silent demonstration and walk off the field. It's not always the best choice, but electro sucks.
Are you a human
sometimes.
being though? Are you a human being? Yeah. All right. So
We're all flawed.
we're all human. We all make mistakes. And look, man, I'm not the greatest example myself sometimes. I've done it too. And there's been times, even as a referee, that I get lit up a little bit and I turn to look at him and go, hey, buddy, I'm wearing bright orange. Can you not tell me from a different player? Like, what's up?
I have to say there were a couple of the refs that waved at me at Super Game, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess that's why your head was sticking out in the open. Oops. I've gotten lit up more as a ref than I have as a player ever. But that's what
I'll tell you, my first experience of getting really lit up as a referee was at the Pittsburgh Open Classic this past year up in Pennsylvania. Dude, I was on the hyperball field and I was back down in the corner near home, and I'm standing there and there was a guy right there on the pipe that was right in that corner. and 3 different players are trying to take him out at the same time. And I'm more focused on not trying to bird dog the guy, but they all know he's there anyways, but I'm having to pay attention. And all of a sudden, multiple just lanes of fire were coming at me, and I had nowhere to go. I just had to stand there and take it. And then the second day, being on mounds at that field, being in the same position, well, players are kind of uphill. If you've ever been to that field, which is Urban Assault up in Pittsburgh, their mounds field, it plays this way, but from, let's say this is north-south, from east to west is downhill on the field. So it kind of angles back down to you. So if you're at the homes, the field's like on one side it's this way, and on the other side it's like this. So the guys that are up here on this ridge trying to shoot down, they can't always see the ref, but they know where the player is and they know the field. And you're going to inadvertently catch a stray. There's nothing that you can do about it. And I guess being a ref, you just suck it up and keep rolling.
Yeah, I've reffed a lot of games, and most of them have been decent. I'm gonna say, in the not so distant future, we brought Legion battles back to CPX Living Legends.
Right.
I was a freaking Legion battle ref in the grinder at Hell Survivors in the center, and not on the 50, but we had the 50. We had a ref, we had me, we had another ref. I was right where the lane was. I got to switch the next day to the other side. Guess what? I was right where the lane was again. Number 44 was a dripping mess of orange paint. It was the same orange paint from Super Game, I think. It just didn't stain, but it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Well, you can call me crazy if you want, but I'm going to have to say that one of my favorite positions to be in is going to be final battle, lay down center 50. I mean, I had the privilege of experiencing it this last year, and you're right in the cut of the action, and the amount of adrenaline pump that you get from being in that position, I like it, and I will do it time after time after time.
There will be nothing ever again like the final battles. Well, maybe there will be again, because we do own CPX now, but the original Challenge Park Extreme in Joliet, Illinois, the final battle hill. I know you guys have seen the HK videos. I know you guys have seen our videos from there, but the final battle hill, I am glad I was never called to ref that hill at CPX. The Blast Camp refs ran that a lot of times, and oh my God, those videos from there, they're counting the paint in the air is it's just ridiculous. That was an epic location. That Challenge Park Extreme in Joliet, Illinois, before it became a shipping center, was epic. It was one of the best locations to hold a big game. Yeah, you're actually all right, John. You go numb after about 25 minutes. You were numb. Reffing a game like that, you just didn't tell. You were hyped up on adrenaline. You had a crash going so fast after that. As soon as you slowed down, you were shaking for about 5 minutes, and then it's nap time.
Hey, Will, can I take a minute just to throw you some thanks, man? I want to tell you, thank you very much. I appreciate you honoring me and the ambassadors of paintball today for making us a part of your 200th episode. Like, this is a milestone for Swamp Talk, and I'm very privileged to be here. It's a great honor for me, and I hope that I'm representing the ambassadors program very well tonight. I also hope that I'm representing Swamp Talk very well. This is a great privilege and a great honor. I can't say much more than that.
Thank you. I have to say it's awesome, because this show started basically out of, all right, I'm going to drink the tea a little bit and go off Willy Wonka and all that fun stuff. But this show started with a planned poisoning of the world. So we started this back when COVID became a thing. We needed something to do to keep ourselves busy. I gave Aaron the perfect time to slip in a couple memes, and he hasn't yet. So expect a meme to show up in a minute. He's probably caught off guard because I gave him the lead to it. But we started this show back when COVID hit because Shithouse and I were bored off our asses, and we needed something to do. We needed to talk to people. We needed to get out there and do things. And there we go. Drinking my tea. Let's talk about why am I'm looking for a word and I'm having a problem. I know my wife can help me but with a plan. Oh, there it is. You say it to yourself and you figure it out. Plandemic. Welcome to the plandemic. And that's where Swamp Talk came from. Just being able to sit back and talk and bullshit. I enjoy it. I know I will never, ever, ever get as large as like a Joe Rogan or something like that. But I love sitting back, listening to his shows and just have people naturally bullshit. You know, talk about what we're here. There we go. There we go.
That's beautiful right there.
Back in the day when I actually had hair, that might have fit a little bit. That might have fit when I had hair back in the day.
I'm loving the fact that he's using the Gene Wilder hairstyle one.
I like the green jacket is a lot better than the purple, Aaron. The green jacket definitely works better. I bet my wife wishes I still had hair like that. Anyways,
did I show my age though with the Gene Wilder reference?
Oh, come on. Age. Okay. Look at this. I think this doesn't fit me that well, Aaron. I think that looks a lot more. It's supposed to be the meme from, is it Django? I don't know. Whatever. It's the dude who dates 22-year-olds all the time. Anyways. He's sitting there with a champagne glass pointing. This actually looks like somebody we know. That's the problem. It doesn't look like me. It actually looks like somebody else we know. But anyways, okay. So yeah, go ahead with your Gene Wilder reference. Let's do it. Let's do it. What you got?
Well, I was saying the one there when he did the purple coat, that was actually looks like he stole that from the Gene Wilder version of Willy Wonka, with the curly hair and everything. The original awesome Willy Wonka, the one that I can still watch till this day, and I'll find that one little stupid, intricate, little idiocy thing going on that is just Raleigh, shut up. But yeah, the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Yeah. Oh God! So do you know about that? Do you know what schnozberries are?
I've heard a few references about that, and I'm not quite sure if I really like what it means.
Oh, it ain't a polite conversation for an English girl to be having, and she said it quite, yeah. Look up the definition of snozberries, everybody. I'm not going to ruin the Leonardo DiCaprio. Thank you. Yes, you're right. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. And my face mixed together in AI. It looks like Billy. God, his name's Billy. He's from Michigan. I think he's from Mitten Tech. I can't remember, man. But I swear to God, that's him. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Stupid stuff. Right. Where are we at right now? Winners or winner? Oh, winner or winners? I think we have a winner this evening. I wish I had the budget to make winners, but we'll see how things go. We'll see what we can keep going on here with the next couple episodes. We've got some fun stuff coming up and some other things happening. Next weekend, we'll definitely sit back and we will talk to you more in depth about urban legends, the horrors of Lavinia Fisher. We'll get over all the stuff and we'll let everybody know. Some of the cool stuff, don't tell them. We'll get some of the cool stuff going on and the cool missions and everything we've got going on. I'm looking forward to some fun at the field. Was there some more that I wish I had gotten done before the game came up? Yes. But I think we're totally ready and we are going to have a blast no matter what. We've got a couple of good commanders and it should be great. Make us wait to find out at CPX. Well, it would be cool. is if the winner had to show up at CPX, so I don't have to pay for shipping, but the winner doesn't. Let's see, Aaron. Do you have a winner here? We can actually. It's 9:00. Our 200th episode of Swamp Talk. I want to thank everybody who has contributed, has supported us. I got to thank the OX Parks family, the CPX family for supporting us. What are you saying, Ed? It's been a little bit of work, but I've got a good crew here too. Josh, our airsoft guy, has been awesome. He's been awesome help, because otherwise I'd be doing it all by myself and it just would suck. Oh, TNT paintball was a fun one, honey. That was definitely.
I got a quick question for you if you've got an extra moment.
Yeah, go for it.
One of the things that we've been talking in the background, and it's not just the ambassadors of paintball. We're also talking with some of the members of Solstice Law as well on some of the ways we can improve safety for the game. What do you think about having, everybody has armbands to signify what team they're on with colors and stuff. And of course, there's a good company out there, Team Tags, that makes a bunch of the armbands that we purchase, as well as the tags that hang off the back of our mask and super tags and stuff like that. We've been throwing around
Team Tags, by the way, a Michigan company, Roger Weber and Lisa and Robbie up in Michigan. Team Tags makes you some awesome labeling. Okay.
Roger's a fantastic guy. I've already had this conversation with him, and he's been working on some stuff in the background. But what do you think of not just the red and blue, which is a prominent colors that we use for games and stuff, but available in some of the other colors for that too, that if on the armband there was a bright orange, blaze orange thing on there that either said Little Baller or Young Gun, that a brand new player to an event like a scenario game wears, so that us players know that, hey, this guy's brand new. Let's not ruin the experience for him, and let's not send ropes at him.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's definitely not a bad idea. I can't, damn it. Here, I'm going to admit it. I can't guarantee if he's on the other team, I'm not going to send ropes that way and then realize, oh, crap, I was the asshole. But at least I'd feel bad about it afterwards. But I can't say labeling like that is not bad. I know that Roger Weber from Team Tags there, I know he's made a couple epileptic super tags and stuff like that. And I think those are very helpful, because you never know. There's a lot of people out there that are doing stuff with us that we don't know that are sick. Hell, there's people I've been playing with out there that I didn't know they only had one freaking leg. They go faster than I do. And then that one day you see him limping a little bit and you're like, what? Oh, okay. Well, damn, dude, good shit. But my wife's going to chime in here, and she's going to start talking about, she's going to bitch at me about stealing a cane from a one-legged guy. She will. It'll happen. Yes, I did, but he had other canes and I needed it. Okay. I really did. Thank you, Spyro. I laid myself up for about a week and a half. I could not get up from a down position by myself. Last April, I was not. It took me up to probably like a couple of weeks ago to actually get back into wanting to play again. There you go, Mama. Team Tag spotted. Hashtag Team Stinks. All right. I don't mind. Yeah, the Young Gun thing, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. We used to do, the original Living Legends at CPX. I don't think Narf is on here, but Lisa might remember some of this. The tape we would come up with to become the different legions and stuff. Well, we did this at Global Conquest as well, at Hell Survivors. We would come up with all this different tape to signify different things, just so people couldn't cheat and say they were on a different team. We would have little Kitty and all these. I'm pretty much sure that Narf probably was the one partially responsible for Roger starting Team Tags, was him watching us the way we played and all the different pieces of tape we used to do it. Hey, well, you know, missing a toe is easy to miss. I've known guys for probably about 6 years, and then all of a sudden I look and figure out that, oh, wait a minute, he's missing his whole half a fucking finger. Never knew it. Never knew it. Never knew he was totally missing his ring finger. He was an electrician. His name was Jim. And after that point, I started calling him Jim of Nine. It was about the time of Star Trek, you know, 7 of 9. The Borg stuff. Here, I show my age. Wait a minute. We were going to talk about something with, did we talk about that? I'm drinking a little too much. I'm almost done. Did we talk about the Gene Wilder reference? You're going to show your age and talk about the Gene Wilder reference.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I'm 50 and I'll be 51 this summer. So I just kind of felt that when I threw out, oh, that's the Gene Wilder picture or version of Willy Wonka, that people were like, oh, this dude's old as dirt. I mean, I've been around for a hot minute. So
it's been an interesting voyage. I turned 55 this year. It's the first year that I've actually felt like, hold on a second, I got to slow down a little bit and watch what I do. But I'm going to keep going and enjoy myself. Let's see. We've got a winner. We used the randomizer. I know some of you didn't see your name listed on the list, but if you came in here and you did put a comment in, you were thrown into the randomizer, and Aaron pushed a button and spun a wheel. Hey, dude, so that whistle that you got going every once in a while with your text message note, okay?
yeah, I apologize about that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But have you been to like a BJ's, or I've noticed them at Lowe's now? The little scanners that drive up and down the aisles. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't seen one of those yet.
So it's a little robot that drives up and down the aisles, and it scans the barcodes as it goes by to look for stock. And every couple minutes, you'll be in BJ's and there's nothing around you for 6-7 aisles, and all of a sudden you hear.
That would drive me nuts,
dude.
I think it's my messaging's going off, because that what you keep hearing here is like my messenger going off left and right, and it's people hitting me up on the ambassadors page, and there's some people hitting me up through Discord now. Like, I'm very thankful that I'm getting this platform to share what I've got going on. But that's what you're hearing, is just people either private messaging me, or it's an update from the page or something like that. And I'm starting to get kind of, I don't want to say emotional, but I'm getting moved by this, because it's showing me that the community is just as great as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's Aztec death whistle. No, dude, that's totally different noise. But the whistle walking up and down the aisles, and then hearing that at Lowe's too, it just reminds me. It kind of makes me giggle a little bit. Technology. Anyways, let's get back to the prize winner. Mama's got
Let's see who the winner is. I'm excited to find out myself.
Aaron,
if it's one of my friends, I'm gonna beat him up for it. Not physically.
It's Mama's telling me let's get on with it already. She wants me to be over. It's all good.
Well, the wife's after me to make dinner too, so.
Yeah. So, Aaron, can you please? I think I know who the winner is already. I think you told me. So, but let's. You got a graphic ready or something? I believe so. Hold on a second. We got a private chat. Oh, bam. So
no way. That's my homeboy backpack.
So there we go. I think he said he was coming to CPX. He's coming to Lavinia Fisher as well. So
yes, he's a member of Wolf and Cal, and he's supporting Mighty Midget, of course, in that game. Yep. So that's pretty awesome.
So you've got either if you back out, Aaron, back off the graphic again here. Let me know, sir, which one you want. We've got either a yellow one for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yellow one for you, or the red one for you. We've got, what is it? The Birthstone Ruby or the Birthstone Ice Topaz. Ooh, Birthstone Ice Ruby.
Backpack. If I were you, I'd go for that. I'd go for the yellow one, bro. We've already had that discussion.
There you go. So you got it, boss. Just private message me. Let me know which one you want. And if you want to pick it up here, you can pick it up here. If not, we can get it worked out, and I can get it shipped out to you, dude. But hopefully we'll see you here. Aaron, thank you for putting that together in the background. I know I'm going to hear about it because I had a plan. I was going to do it. And as I started doing it, he took it over, and I'm sure it was a lot easier for him to do it. But I got to say, thank you, Aaron Dill from Aaron Dill Media, for pushing buttons in the background for us.
Thank you,
he's
Aaron.
the one that makes
Appreciate
us look
it, brother.
good. Yeah, he's the one that makes us look good in all the videos and stuff. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's only a couple weeks away, guys. Lavinia Fisher, get yourself registered, cpxevents.com. We've got locations like the Crossroads Chapel. Yellow. He said yellow, and he'll pick it up at the CPX event. Awesome. I'll have it ready and waiting for you here. We've got the Widow's Garden. These are the locations that Christy put together for the different stuff. We've got the Widow's Parlor, Wayfarer Road, Gallows Green. Ooh, that's okay. I should read these maps more often. I'd know more. 5 Mile Inn, Crossroads Chapel, the Devil's Gate. Ooh, that's actually a good spot for the Devil's Gate as I'm looking at this map. The spot on the map where that Devil's Gate is a little bit of a hell spot, definitely. And then the Spirit House off in the back corner. Looking forward to this event. We'll get into it a lot more next time. I may even have some of the props that I can show you guys that we've got working and stuff. And yeah, I guess I got to say thanks everybody for listening. Mike, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Big thanks to you, Mad Frog. Big thanks to everybody else that's tuned in tonight. Big thanks to all of the players that are getting involved in the program. Even if you're not a paintball player, or you know people that aren't into paintball, but they do want to help out with a charitable cause, share our information with them. Have them reach out to us. We'll be very happy to work with anybody we possibly can. There you go, right down there. Yep, that's your new rough mask. That's awesome, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, we all just did a class last week and did a recreational ref training class out there at Wolf's Ridge with Wolf and Cow and them. So that's pretty awesome. He's going to be using that for his new mask. But we can't get any better and we can't get any bigger without the community support. This is about the players, and it's about doing great things for people that deserve great things. You know, not all of us are very fortunate. Not all of us work, a 6-figure salary job or anything like that. A lot of us ballers are really, paycheck to paycheck kind of people. And without support from other people, some of us won't be able to grow. I'm very fortunate that I do quite well with what I do. But I know there's other people that aren't out there that are like that. I'm fortunate because I have a great person that I work for who takes really good care of my family as well as me. He allows me to have the time to get off to go to games and do things. He even helps out sometimes financially with me going to some of the games. Big shout out to my man, Randall Silva. He may not even be watching this, but I got to tell him, his kindness and his support has also been an inspiration for me to do some of these things. And anybody that wants to get involved, even if it's just you saying, hey, I can't donate anything but my time, that's valuable too, because you can go to a field, you can support a player by coaching them and mentoring them and showing them what paintball is really about and what is the best way to handle certain situations in a game, or whether or not you're playing tournament ball or you're out there playing scenario ball. Coaching goes a long way with helping people improve. And if we can all improve, we can all be better one way or another.
David's reaction to the giveaway last weekend is what it's all about.
Yeah. So if any of y'all didn't get a chance to see, I'm working on trying to get some of the media stuff taken care of for our page. I'm very new to a lot of this. I'm not extremely tech savvy. Like I said earlier, I had to get my brother Walt to walk me through how to set my laptop up so I could do this and not be on my phone with you getting a crappy video feed, even though this feed doesn't look like it's the best. But I'm new to a lot of this stuff, and I'm trying to get through it the best that I can. So if any of y'all can even just support with helping out with the page and helping me improve with some of our media stuff, that's better than nothing. But the young man we donated to last week, he got new gear. We gave him and his. We're going to say it's his uncle, but it's somebody that's helping the young man out in his life. But David was so moved by us doing this for him, he broke down in tears right in front of everybody on live because of what we did for him. Phenomenal young man. He's a student at Radford University. He's working on getting a nursing degree and everything. He's trying to give back to people, even though that he's had a rough life growing up. I'm not going to give out his details because that's just not right. But the fact that he was so deeply moved by what we did for him makes every single bit of this worth it. You know, I drove almost 4 hours out there to be a part of that last week. Small sacrifice to make to see that young man get the amount of joy that he got from us helping him out. And I want to continue to see this happen. And eventually I'd like to get to a point that we do something like this almost every single month, even if it's only us going to a local field and donating some money for a group of kids to have a birthday party, because maybe there's a single parent involved that, you know, maybe mom or dad just doesn't have the money, but we see the kid at the field regularly and he wants his birthday party to be paintball. You know, what would hurt for one of us to show up and, hey, we might not be able to pay for your party, but let us buy your party a case of paint, you know, or let us help you out with some of the rental fee or whatever it may be. As long as we're helping somebody out and helping them have a good time and really enjoy paintball like you and I get to do, that's what it's really about.
You mean you enjoy this? Really? I thought I had to do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Severely ADHD and a high threshold for pain. It's the adrenaline and the camaraderie and companionship is what it's all about for me.
Yeah,
I
enjoy that. I enjoy being able to bullshit with people and, you know, 1 minute be pissed off at them and the next minute be having fun kicking back in the staging area. It's
most definitely, most definitely. After the game and the campsite, the things that happen in the campsite at night, the way that people talk and the way that people share their lives with each other. I mean, I've seen people all of a sudden out of nowhere just go, you know what? I want to go into recovery over this. I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to use drugs anymore and stuff like that. And a lot of that comes from being in the sport and being at one of these events and being around other people that are positive influences in their lives.
You need a support crew. You do need a support crew in your life. You do need friends that lift you up, not bring you down.
Thank you very much for saying it that way, because without people pushing you up and holding you up from time to time, it's hard to get up.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I've definitely had my ups and downs and my run arounds and better days than others, but it take it easy, sir. Yeah, it's tomorrow's always another day, man. You know, we do the Together Tomorrow event, and one of the things I always talk about with that is, God damn, your mind is just an incredible machine, and it'll fight against itself. So having the support group around you of friends that you can go out and blow some steam off with and have some fun is definitely a good thing. It's a good thing.
Love you, Goat. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for tuning in. That was John Hoffmeister. So,
okay.
Yeah, but how many people have you ran into at the paintball field that are veterans that are using paintball as PTSD therapy, bro?
Will made a comment earlier about that. They came out the VA came out as part of our Together Tomorrow program in Michigan, and that we did, and it was their first time out, and they were very surprised by the amount of veterans that were. If you scroll through the comments, you'd find it, but they were surprised about the amount of veterans that play. It's pretty impressive. I don't know if it brings them back to the times when they remember things being normal or what it is. It brings, there's just something there. The camaraderie, the group play, there's so many different ways you can go at paintball. I mean, there are so many different ways you can go at it. You can go at it fun. You can go at it it's going to sound bad. I don't mean it's not fun, but you can go at it the fun way. You can go at speedball. You can go at, there's all kinds of different ways, you know. The fun way to me is I want to go play with Mario and the dinosaurs in the woods. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Totally make believe, and we're a bunch of idiots and we're doing something stupid, but we're having fun.
Yes.
Or you can play a structured ass game like NXL and practice your ass off and bust your ass, and you know, when it's all done and over with, win a trophy.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys out there that are playing, playing tournament ball, NXL, AXL, ICPL, any of that type of stuff, man, a lot of those guys are out there dumping tons and tons of money just to play paintball, to be out there to, you know, some of the guys, they start off a point and within the first 5 seconds of the point starting off, they're out of the game. But, you know, they're out there dumping tons of money into buying multiple cases of paint and getting sponsorship these days. It's really hard to get a good sponsor.
It's almost impossible with scenario stuff. It's scenario players, you almost have to look outside the team or look for a very scenario specific company. I mean, just sign the waiver.
Right?
when here I go back to the pandemic, when COVID hit, it was a sign that companies dropped a lot of things that they were doing. And unfortunately, I feel that scenario team sponsorship went out the window. I mean, this right here was hard for us to get. We should have got, I mean, this is the Scenario Team of the Year award for 2024. We were just able to pick it up, but it seemed like the support for scenario paintball teams just went away. It just totally disappeared, and all they were worried about was speedball.
And nowadays, too, if you do find somebody that's willing to try to sponsor you for scenario ball, what kind of sponsorships are you getting? You know, I've seen some of the sponsorships lately where they're like, hey, and this hasn't happened to me personally, but I've seen some of these things happening to other people and other teams where they're like, yeah, we can sponsor you, but in order for you to be sponsored by us, you have to buy X amount of dollars worth of gear from us.
Exactly.
A sponsorship doesn't mean you pay money to be a part of it. And I've even seen it in the car scene. I come from some of the car culture with Hondas and mini trucks from back in the day, and I'm forever seeing ads.
Mini trucks? Should we talk mini trucks? Okay.
Brother, I had a 1990 Mazda B2200 with bags, a 13-inch step notch in the rear. It was called Trenching, and it laid frame, and I would drive it around Colonial Heights, Virginia, throwing sparks on anything and everything I could.
84 S10 Blazer, chain bridge, 4 pumps, 17 switches, 3-wheel that basically drug the back corner of the Blazer off. So this was the original 2-wheel, 2-door Blazer, shaved door handles. I did double diamond Z-Racks with clamshells. I had a different S10 in my garage for hydraulics every weekend to the point where the neighbors thought I was painting cars. No, it's just a different truck bed. It's not. They're like, but you had a blue one out there. Now it's red. I'm like, yeah, it's a different truck.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that when we catch up at the game in 2 weeks for sure. Because
I'll pull out my mini truck and magazine with me in it.
Oh, dude, I'd love to see that. I've never been privileged enough to do that, but I do have a couple of local buddies that, like, a friend of mine won Texas Heatwave Best of Show one year, stuff like that. But dude, I've been to events like
Bash, man. Indie Truck Bash used to be one of the crazy ones.
Pigeon Forge, dude. Pigeon Forge was a great
Southern
one.
Mini Truck Nationals.
Yes.
Southern Mini Truck. Yeah.
What about Charlotte? What about Charlotte, North Carolina? Booger Bash from way back in the day, right around Halloween.
Right.
Dude.
What was it? 2 Live Minis. They did a couple of fucking funky shows. That was some fun too. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have some fun talking when we get together for Lavinia. This is gonna be some fun.
Most
Fun.
Definitely.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're hitting the hour-and-a-half mark. I want to thank everybody for y'all. Speaking of Raleigh, you're from Cali, boss. You got to know about the airbags and the hydraulics, Vato. What the hell, man?
Chinga.
Fucking white boys. bunch of white boys with fucking long hair down to their fucking asses driving into car shows with Friends in Low Places, bumping from the fucking sound systems, man.
Most definitely.
Always had some fun, man. Shout out to the guys from Friends in Low Places. We had some fun back then. All right, well, yeah, I think we've had a very nice evening. Thank you for joining us for the 200th episode. God,
It's been a great honor, been a
Um,
huge honor, and thank you for helping me not look so much like a fool on live. I've never really done anything like this before, so I appreciate you greatly. I see this being a pretty good friendship growing from here on out. And one last quick plug, man. Anybody that is interested in helping and supporting the Ambassadors of Paintball, check us out on Facebook. It is Ambassadors of Paintball. Anybody that's interested in becoming an ambassador, hit us up on the page. You can DM us on there. You can hit me up personally on my page. If I remember correctly, recently I opened my page up and made it quite public so most people can reach out to me and become friends with me. It'll be great to have any of y'all and all of you on board if possible. So hit us up. Let us know what you'd like to do, even if it's just you being a mentor at your local field, or even if you find somebody that you think that we could sponsor in the future. And they don't necessarily have to be, like when we say young gun, they don't have to be 8, 9, or 10 years old. We will sponsor teenagers. We're trying to stay away from the adult range, but hey, David was 19 years old, but his story moved us, and we wanted to make him a part of this and help him out because we knew that he was really into paintball and just couldn't do some of the things. And I think you might get a chance to meet David at the CPX game that we're coming down there for the Lavina game. And so maybe in the future we can do something like this again, and I might be able to get some of the people together that we've sponsored so that you can see who they are.
Always interested in doing some new content. You guys need some place to talk about some stuff. Anybody out there, please reach out to us. Send us a direct message. You can send it to me, William Crook, or send it to Mad Frog Militia, and we'll get something going together. If you guys got some events you want to promote, if you want to come on the show and promote an event, come on, let's do it. I mean, yes, we are a majorly sponsored by CPX and OX Parks, but we'll talk about your event. Come on, let us know what you got going on, and we'll work something out. We want to see people have fun, enjoy themselves, and have a good time. You know, we're not here for a long time, so we might as well have fun while we're here.
Well, thank you for this platform and allowing us to come on your platform and talk about the things that we have going on in our lives and the things that are passionate to us, not just for me, but for all the other players and the individuals that y'all bring on here. I hope to see this grow for you as well. I'd like to see maybe an episode where we have 150 to 200 people on here at one time. That would be phenomenal.
You know, that would be crazy. That definitely would be crazy. I'm grateful for anybody sitting here listening to me because, okay, I like to talk. Ask my wife. I like to talk. It happens. It just is. If we've got something we want to talk about, we can go forever. I mean, I'm wanting to go pull out all the 8mm videos and stuff from the Southern Mini Truck Nationals, man.
Bring some of them with you to the game. We'll review them together, brother.
Oh no, they'll be at the game. I'll pull them out and I'll get them together. Definitely, that'll be some fun. I think I've got a couple of the videos that I've bought from Southern Mini Truck Nationals too. Man, those might be in storage in Michigan. Crap. Well, we'll have to see.
We'll catch up. We got plenty of time, brother.
Yeah. Fucking Autorama, 50th Autorama, man. Damn. Cobo Hall, not even there anymore.
You see Nopi Nationals is back.
Oh, God damn. The SEMA shows. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Some of the technology that we were allowed. Oh, God damn. You know, and half of it's not even you. Half of it's gone. Never to be seen again because it's useless. I mean, okay, here we're going to talk about real foreign shit for you guys. Did you ever think that an airbag could actually work as quick as a hydraulic cylinder?
When they first came out and we were still running the original little 1/4-inch line, Never thought that would happen. And when they went up to 3/8 and then 3/4 inch ports and then a 3/4 inch line and then the solenoid systems with the manifolds and all that.
I can make that shit bounce on airbags now.
Oh yeah, I saw my first bouncer. It was like a '92 Honda Civic, and they were bunny hopping it like 18 inches off the ground with bags.
That's cool. That's cool. My lowrider was the third hit, and it's 22 inches in the air.
Ooh.
The front. I could only get all four off the ground, probably a little, probably about a foot. I wrapped that bitch, man. I bought myself a plasma cutter and a welder and learned how to. I wrapped that frame and made it bulletproof. Not before I basically warped a fender, but was able to fix it. But yeah, oh yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun. 14-inch cylinders in the back, sixes in the front. Everybody's like, why 6-inch cylinders? I'm like, because there's no more travel in the suspension. I'm just going to rip an A-arm off,
Right.
which I had done. I had done that once or twice. So yeah. So anyways, we're going to get off on a whole different show topic. We'll talk about that some other time.
We got plenty of time to DM each other.
Yeah, I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. I know you had a lot better things to do. 200 episodes. Goddamn, let's see if we make 300. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Check out Outdoor Extremes, Charleston, oxparks.com. Check out cpxevents.com. Check out the Paintball Ambassador program on Facebook. And let's get together and let's get some shit done. All right?
Yes, sir. Let's do that.
With that being said, bye, everybody. Aaron, take us the hell out of here and check out this cool-ass video at the end from Uncle Sam from Super Game. I think Aaron's going to replay it again before we or after we log. I don't know. He's going to do something.
Thanks
for joining
everybody.
us.
Have a lovely night.
Yeah, you take it easy, man. Aaron,
Peace
take us
out,
out, sir. I didn't actually finish my whole drink. It's amazing.
Welcome to Outdoor Extreme Battlefield Orlando, and welcome to Super Game.
Am I dead? Name on a totem. So cold, living in a body bag. Think I'm dreaming, 'cause I'm not feeling anything. It's bad, trying to rip the band-aid. One breath away from the casket. As I'm bleeding, life won't leave me. Can't stop.
3. All right, congratulations, blue team. Final score 735, 15,580.
So tell me, what made you get into this job, dog?
Coming out here to play paintball at Outdoor Extreme Orlando.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
So what made you get down here to the 50, dog? What made you do the lay down 50?
Everybody keep trying to get me to do it, so I say, you know what, why not?
Hey, I'm liking it, dog. You're doing good. Let's see you.
If